nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Fix-It presents Legendary Gaming. Welcome back. So nice to have everyone here for another Midday Monologue Monday. And as you know, I'm your host, Big Johnny G, and I like to talk about things, especially things concerning board games. Now, this month has me really thinking about more mature, violent things in board games because of the month that we're in, October, right? And you know, there seems to be, there's a few out there. I probably missed a lot. If you go look, and you'll probably be able to add some more in the list down in the comments. But why don't we talk about games that are for the adults, okay? Board games that are, well, I mean, not everyone in this category may exactly be this, but close to it. Games that are like for 18 and older. I think we should explore a little bit of this. 18 and older, just like my old podcast, Stormtrooper with Unit 13, Tales from the Empire. Definitely not for children. So why don't we get down to the table, or walking around the room, or whatever the hell I do to film this. And let me tell you what I know, what I've seen, what I've come up with about games for 18 and older, and then you put what I miss down in the comments. All right, and I'll see you down at the table. Gaming for 18 and older. Does it exist? Yeah, there are board games out there in the market that are very clearly defined as 18 and older. But there's a few out there that aren't listed as 18 and older, come pretty close to it with some of the concepts that are in the game. I want to start off with those first before jumping into the 18 and older games directly, because these do feel, they do feel adult themed. And one of them is the youngest one on this list at 14 and older is Dead of Winter. Now in this game, this is a zombie apocalypse and you are with a bunch of survivors. Some of them are helpless and you're trying to survive a zombie apocalypse in the middle of the worst, coldest winter this side of the Ice Age. So just don't even worry about why the zombies aren't freezing to death. Just throw that out the window. And you can have a lot of fun with this game. This has a possible hidden traitor aspect in it, which I've always found interesting, but you don't necessarily have to play with that. What makes this a more adult game are the cards that you can choose to use. Because this is what's called a crossroads game. And what it means is it uses a crossroads deck. When you're at this moment, you are literally at a crossroads. You have to make a choice. You have to do one or the other, even if one or both of them are rather unsavory. And there's a large number of cards in this deck, but there are a few of them scattered throughout the core game and the expansions that are rather adult. And there are some of them that are very adult, and they are all marked off with different little icons on the bottom of them. Now, these really adult cards do give you very, very difficult situations. They're not meant for children at all. I really think that you would have to examine these cards before you make a decision whether you're going to let your children play on game day if this is the game that's being played. But generally speaking, that is 14 and above. It's the youngest game in this category. Now, I do have another two coming up here that are 17 and older. Kind of weird that it's just like right at that hairline, they say 17. Not 18, 17 and older is fine. You don't have to be 18. One of them you may have heard of. It's an extremely popular game, and that's Cards Against Humanity. Now, as a game, this has taken a lot of slack over the years. Some of it probably well-founded. Other things maybe pushing ideas a little bit too far. But either way, this is a highly questionable game. No matter what side of the fence you're sitting on about this title, there are cards coming up and combinations coming up in this game that is gonna provoke something at some point to somebody. That's definite. And because of this, it is listed as 17 and up. Maybe it should have been listed as 18 and up. That's been an argument. Some people have even argued 21 and up. But there are even more mature expansions for this that kind of do cover that. But as the core base game, it is 17 and up. If you're looking for an older age market category party style game, this may be something that you're looking for. Now, it's not the only one on my little list here, and it's not a great, huge list that is actually 17 and older. Now, the next game I can really only tell you by title. You're going to have to look up some stuff on it because I don't have first-hand information for this game, and I don't want to give you false leads on anything. But if you're looking for another style game that has 17 and up as an age category, but is less party, is less of a party style game and more of a classic tabletop adventure, a little bit of a dungeon delve, then you're going to want to look into Kingdom Death Monster. This miniature-based game is rather adult in some of its theme and the things that happen, the concepts based in this game. So take a look at that if you have been looking for more age-appropriate games. Not that there's anything wrong with the games we love that are listed for like 14 and up or anything. They're great games. But sometimes you might be interested in something more specific for a higher age category. So take a look at that game. Now, the last two games I want to mention, and please, if there's more games that are 18 and older, 17 and older marked off as, please put it down in the comments. Because I'm sure somebody that's watching this probably would love even more options. I know I'd be interested to know what I've forgotten. Now, the 18 and up games, first one, just like the last game, I want to mention, I haven't played, but I've read so many good things about it. Actually, I'm going to have to do a deep dive on this for a gaming radar, because what little I've learned about this, it's on my gaming radar now, and I want to get it for the show so I can get it to the table. And that's a game I've heard so much about, and finally, this War of Mine. I am not very big on the genre of war. It's never really interested me much, which is why I have so few war-based games in my collection. So when I heard everyone raving about this War of Mine, I didn't even bother looking into it. Like, I got a few war games. I'm good. But now, looking into this topic a little bit, I found out that this actually reminds me a lot of Dead of Winter, or its sci-fi sister game, Gen 7. It reminds me a lot of that, because this isn't about you being a soldier during a war. I had that completely wrong. This is about surviving in literally, not figuratively, literally a war-torn city. And you and a group of survivors are literally trying to do that. You're just trying to stay alive. And because of that, a lot of options are going to come up that are very, very adult. A lot of questions are going to come up that you're going to have to answer with unsavory answers. And now that I see that this is what the game is about, it has completely made it onto my gaming radar. I'm going to have to do a deep delve and let you guys know more about it. In case, like myself, you may have heard the title and didn't really care about it, or maybe you didn't hear anything about it at all. I'm going to have to do a deep dive on that one. Now, there is an 18 and older game, specifically, boom, marked, stamped 18 and older game that I have and I've played and I really enjoy, and that's Coma Ward. Now, this game went under the radar as far as I'm concerned during its Kickstarter, and even after the Kickstarter, it became one of those games that became forgotten. That it made a big enough splash to be kickstarted. All reports, everyone had fun playing the game, that got the game, and then it just disappeared. So sad. So This game has two parts. It's has a little bit of a feel like Betrayal, not a whole lot, but it starts with you and the other players all wake up in a hospital. No memory. Don't know who you are. Don't know why you're there, and you can't get answers because the hospital's empty. I mean, everything is on. The lights are on. Life support is on. But there's nobody there except you all. That's it. So the first part of the game, you're going around, you're collecting clues, trying to find out what's going on. And there is some supernatural, paranormal shizer going on here in this place. And eventually, kind of like Betrayal, you're going to get to a point in the game that you're going to trigger what's going on. And the game has like a dozen, or there was a bonus one in the Kickstarter. So I think the base core Kickstarter version of the game has like 13. What a cool number for this. Has like 13 different scenarios of what this demon or paranormal situation can be. Everything from ghosts possessing the place to Cthulhu to a psychic going crazy. I mean, there's so many different options that came with this game. And I always had a lot of fun playing it. For some reason, it's off the radar for everyone. And it does have a lot of questionably adult things you're going to see in this game. It's not, again, you're the final arbitrator of this, but it's not for your little kids to play. That's what I think. So if you're looking for board games that cover more adult themes and feel more adult than some of the great 14 and plus games we all have and enjoy, then maybe some of these titles are what you're going to be looking for. And if there's one you know of that I forgot, please put it in the comments so me and everyone else can know about it. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixel Presents Legendary Gaming, and I am out of here.